Hi, I am Dr. Kelsey Clevenger, chiropractor in Florida, cat mama to 3, of whom 1 is right here, and I'm petting him so he stays out of the video. I am a ribeye steak lover, and I am most passionate about helping women live their best lives. Why? Honestly, I think partly it's innate in me. I remember going through one of the hardest seasons of my life when I was about 19, 20, and just wanting to share and help other women because I knew I was not the only one. And what I'm doing today is launching my YouTube channel. I have been wanting to do this, wanting to share my story, share health tips, share different fitness tips for a really long time. But I am also a recovering perfectionist, and there just was always an excuse. My makeup's not done, my hair is not done, my apartment's a mess, the lighting isn't good. It was all kinds of things. And you know what? Enough is enough. Today's the day. I have a super clingy cat that keeps getting in the way, but the lighting is great. I'm on just kind of laying low because of the coronavirus, and here we are. We're doing this. So today what I want to talk about is why I'm posting all this fitness stuff if I'm a chiropractor. So here's the thing. I didn't go back to chiropractic school until it was like a month before my 28th birthday. I know, a lot of people won't ask a woman how old she is. I am 32, I'm about to be 33. I've been a licensed chiropractor for only 9 months. And it's a second career. So what I started out as, which really, I don't even know if I have a real definition of what I did in my 20s because I did just about everything except dance on a pole. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching this. I didn't do it. Anyway, but most of what I did when I was in my 20s is personal training and small group training with women. I did body image support groups. I did nutrition counseling. It was all geared around weight loss. It was all about weight loss. And it was okay. I loved it for the time. It was amazing. I got to meet so many really incredible women, get to inspire them and be inspired. It was awesome. But there just came a time where I was ready for something different. So I had always said I wanted to be a doctor when I was growing up. And I didn't know what kind of doctor, but by the time I was in my late 20s, I knew I had a love for alternative medicine. I had a great experience at a chiropractor's office, and I went for it. So I remember I applied in February. I didn't tell a soul because I didn't think I was smart enough or going to get accepted. I got accepted. I had a recruitment scholarship. I wanted to go in July, and they ended up sending me an email and saying, if you come in April, we'll give you some money. So I was like, okay. That was in March. Literally in April, I moved to Port Orange, Florida from Virginia Beach. I'd never even been to Port Orange until the first day of school. And the rest is history for now. But here's the thing. If you follow my social media, Scout, I know. Scout, say hi to the people. Say hi to the people, buddy, so they know oh, there we go. Hi, people. I'm just going to leave him right here. He needs a little bit of TLC from his mama right now. So here's the thing. Because my first and my foundation of my adult life career was fitness, it really just instilled this love for it. And when I was in chiropractic school, I did a little bit of coaching at an all-women's gym, which really reignited that fire in me. And at that point, I had done a lot of self-care and healing that I no longer felt that pressure to be thin, to be skinny. Oh, what are they going to think of me if my body fat percentage isn't like 15? Who cares? At this point, I'm just like, whatever. I love fitness. I love that it brings people together. I love the commonality. I love that it's the same in every single language. And I love that we can come together, especially a female community, and just really build each other up. Some of my best relationships that I ever built was at CrossFit with the other girls. And so here we are. I am still a certified personal trainer and wellness coach, chiropractor. The only difference is now I have a ton of education behind it, a ton more education on top of a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology, which is exercise science. Okay, so this is where it all starts. I originally got into fitness because I was afraid to be fat. That was why. I decided I wanted to study exercise science. Well, really, it was athletic training at first, but exercise science because I wanted an excuse to stay fit and never get overweight. I was deathly afraid of being overweight, which I don't judge people who are overweight. I can see, Scouty boy, I can see the beauty in people, but for me, I had attached it to my self-worth and value in such a way that I had picked what I was going to study and what I was going to do for my whole life based on that fear. And so at the end of college, well, you know what? Let's just backtrack. During undergrad, I developed an eating disorder. I tried to starve myself and starve myself and starve myself, and I couldn't do it. I became bulimic. I remember I was like barely even eating anything, and one day I just ate a ton, and I was like, may as well throw it up. It was like that simple. It just clicked in my head that this is what I should do. And I knew it was wrong. I knew it was sick. I knew it was not a healthy choice for me, but I was so desperate because who I was so entwined in what I looked like. I grew up really chubby. I was bullied a lot. I was made fun of. I was teased. I was called names because I was fat. And I basically starved myself in high school, got skinny, got popular, and I feared going back to being invisible. I didn't want to be invisible ever again. And so then in college, my second year of college, first year I played basketball in junior college, I injured my back and I wasn't able to play anymore. So second year I had transferred to Washington State University. I had never made a friend before outside of athletics. I had no idea how to do it. I was lonely. I started just working out and working out and working out. And I started getting a lot more attention because I just kept getting skinnier and skinnier and skinnier. I lost about 30 pounds my first semester at Washington State University. And when I went home for Christmas, everyone was like, oh, you look so good. Well, they had no idea I never kept a meal down. I never kept a meal down. It was awful. It was like such a bad space to be in because there was so much secrecy. Just like hiding. It was a really awful place to be. I was very depressed. I was struggling with anxiety. Yeah, I was skinny, but I didn't really look good. I need to try to find pictures from back then because I looked sick, and I was sick. My mental health was awful. I would cry if my order, oh my gosh. I remember my mom and I going out to like lunch or dinner one time, and what I had ordered came breaded. And I literally started crying. I was 19 or 20 years old. I started sobbing and just saying I couldn't eat it. I was tormented. Tormented by that fear of not being good enough if I didn't weigh a certain amount or if I didn't look a certain way. And so I picked a degree based on that fear. I decided to personal train based on that fear. I did have a mentor tell me, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So he just said, just get your personal training certificate for now, and you'll figure it out. Little did I know it was going to take me about 7 years to figure it out. But I personal trained, and the entire time, I just remember being tormented. I struggled on and off with bulimia until I was 27 years old. And I did outpatient treatment when I was 19 and 20. And I got into a body image support group. At that body image support group, I also learned that 75% of women with eating disorders have been sexually abused or assaulted in some way. We'll get more into that at another point. That is not the point of this video, but that was part of my story. And so there's so many pieces. But how fitness fits all into this is from 21 when I graduated from college to 28 when I went to chiropractic school. Not only did I struggle, I put on this front that all was fine. I struggled with like this idea to look a certain way. If I was going to be a trainer, no one's going to believe me unless I'm thin, like really thin, or really muscly or whatever. And I never even attained that because I was just kind of tormenting myself. So the interesting thing about me coming back into fitness now is, like, did I need a doctorate for it? No. But the past 4 years, I have been able to heal in such a way that I can actually handle being someone's coach again, influencing somebody, being in a position of where I don't think I'm being judged for my body, and if I am, screw them. Like, I can't. I don't have time for that anymore. So when I was 19 and I met all of those girls at the body image support group that had also been hurt, that were also engaging in some sort of disordered eating, and or even like drug use to be able to stay thin, what I realized was I'm not the only one. But no one on my care team had ever expressed that they had experienced what I was experiencing. You know, this is back in 2006 and 7, and it wasn't cool to be vulnerable then. It wasn't popular. Brene Brown hadn't like blown up yet, and it wasn't, you know, sharing everything about your life wasn't something that people were doing. But I knew that if me, just like an ordinary girl from Washington State, could develop an eating disorder, even though I was smart enough to know that that wasn't a healthy choice for me, there had to be others. And I just got this fire and this passion in me that I was going to share my story, even though I was in the middle of it, and just see what happened. And I would just like let the Holy Spirit, I'm Christian, so I would feel like the Spirit in me just kind of speak like, hey, you should share with this girl. And I'd be like, okay. I would share with her, and she'd be like, oh my gosh, me too. This is what I'm struggling with. By the end of my senior year, or the middle of my senior year at Washington State University, every Monday night, about 7 or 8 girls with eating disorders would come to my house, and we were reading this book called Do You Think I'm Beautiful? And it has a workbook with it, and it basically was walking us through like the importance of our self-worth aside from our beauty, our outer beauty. That it had nothing, like who we were had nothing to do with what we looked like. These girls would come to my house, and we would just hang out, and we were healing together. We were doing it. And I could not believe that I was in this position, because I was like, I am messed up. And these girls are like walking through this and healing with me. And my life has just been that, honestly. Like, I feel so honored and blessed of what it has been, because I have had the opportunity to just walk alongside women who are healing from, you know, domestic abuse, sexual abuse, eating disorders, binge eating, all these things, recovering from like the ramifications of binge eating and hiding behind obesity because they've been hurt so bad. So many opportunities to just like love on women and push them through fitness and nutrition. And so that is where I'm back at. You know, yes, I have this doctorate. Yes, I primarily work as a chiropractor and I love it. But also, I can't deny the calling on my life to walk beside women, to support them, encourage them, give resources. So soon you're going to be seeing more things on my social media that are a little bit more structured. You know, in the past I've just been kind of willy-nilly with it. And I'm almost done with my website. I'm going to be done with my my workout guide soon. I'm really, really excited. But I'm going to be sharing it's going to be myself on my YouTube channel. I have some other things in the works that I'm not going to talk about yet, but just going to be sharing kind of like what's going on and different things I've experienced and fitness, nutrition, mindset, neuroemotional technique. I just want to provide resources and be on your journey with you. So, am I the most qualified? Who is? I've just walked this walk. You know, so if you've struggled with your weight, if you've struggled with an eating disorder, if you've struggled with exercise addiction, if you just want some tips, if you are a girl and you want a community, here we are. Let's do this. So I am super excited to be here. I'm super excited that my YouTube channel is up, and we're just gonna go with it, you guys. So I'm sure you'll meet my other cats along the way. But I'm going to get off here for now. I want to keep these short and sweet, but I am in your corner. I am here to encourage you. I am here to answer your questions. Reach out to me. I'm going to put my email address even at the bottom of this video. So if you need anything, reach out on social media. I'm at Instagram at dr.kelsey.chiro, Chiro, Chiro, and on Facebook at Kelsey Clevenger, DC. All right, you guys, have a good day, and we'll chat soon. Hey, I am Dr. Kelsey Clevenger, chiropractor. Really? You're going to put your tail in the video? This is my first YouTube video. Really? Hey, I'm Dr. Kelsey Clevenger, chiropractor in Florida, ribeye, another cat butt.